Hello, welcome back to another NBL 26 series. Let's get on with the show. Welcome all to round 5. 5 weeks of NBL 26 is already in. As I will be shared all round 5 results, then I will share round 6 preview. Let's begin. We head to Wednesday night double header. First in Tasmanian as Tasmanian Jack Jumpers take on Sydney Coons. Then we head to Western Australia in Perth at the Jungle. It's which we have Perth Wildcats opposing the Brisbane Bullets. First up, we have the Tasmanian Jack Jumpers taking on the Sydney Kings. Well done to Tasmanian Jack Jumpers with a big win in front of their home supporters with the final score 86-70. I think this is a really important win. First time at home for Tasmanian Jack Jumpers, where I will share each quarter very shortly, but Sydney coming off a very, very good win against Adelaide, then hosting the mighty, to the Tasmanian, beating Sydney Kings, which I think Sydney were actually in good form at the time. So let's begin as we share each quarter. So starting with Tasmania coming out with a 29-18, 11 points at quarter time. Then, it was a pretty good game overall, but Sydney just couldn't get them into that game. So the second half had a better half. Not great by scoring 48 points overall. And then all from the second half was in Adelaide with each old. So I think Tasmania shot well. Sydney came hard and, they got a big win. And that's why Tasmania can be a really good team when they get the right mindset. But I am going to play my player of the game, which is Josh Van Man from the big forward from the big men centre from Tasmania. He includes playing 31 minutes. He scored 18 points. So 18 points. Field percentage was 7 from 5, 7-15 from the field, 46.7. From the 2-point range, he scored a 7-12, 58.3%. Field attendance, 4 from 5 from the field, 80%. Free offense, 3-11. A big game. So well done. That is a total of 14 rebounds. Well done to big Josh Booman. Heading to the Jungle at the RAC Arena for Perth Wildcats and Brisbane Bullets. And the final score 93-110. Brisbane Bullets. Big road trip to Perth and taking a 26-point victory. Shooting well as well, quiet it down. But we'll share that very soon of the correct margin, which is 27 points. But this is the quarter by quarter I'm going to share. So Brisbane shooting out really well, 26 points to 21 to Perth Wildcats. Then Brisbane add 30 points and Perth Wildcats got back in the game, 27 points better, quarter from Perth, which is better, quarter by Perth. Add 6 more points for the quarter. Then the second half came. Brisbane add 8 points, make it 56-48. 8 points, very close. Anything could happen in the Magic in Perth Wildcats. And home with the win, always Brisbane, first time in history since they joined back in the NBL, and even a long time. First memory was find out. And it was Perth Wildcats got that better quarter, 24-23. Final score, Brisbane went into a better score, 30 points to 22. So it was all real. Brisbane Bullets came out really well, knowing how talented Perth Wildcats can be. And unfortunately, that Perth couldn't get their big guns into the game early. But it's time for the player of the game, which is Tylee Morrison from Brisbane. Ascending close 26 minutes, 27 points, 15 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. Big from 11 from 18 from the field, 61.1. He scored at 8-13, 61.5. He scored 3 from 3, if I got it, 3 from 5 from 3-pointer. That's 60.0%. He scored 9 from 9 from the field, 100%. He scored 1 offensive and 9 defensive rebounds. Well done to Tylan Harrison from the Brisbane big man. Now we come to first day for our basketball in Adelaide at the Adelaide Entertainment Centre. Adelaide 36ers, this is their third straight home game for their season. And the Adelaide 36ers are hosting their South Eastern Melbourne Phoenix Could it be a big response after their loss against Sydney? Let's find out. It's 88-71, and it was congratulations to Nathan Selby, the former 36ers and Brisbane Bullets star, including playing for the Phoenix, playing 300 NBL basketball games. Well done on your achievement, mate. But the final score was a 17-point lead to the LA 36ers, and they take a big time after their loss against Sydney Kings. They could not find their Bryce Conn, after their 7-point against, it was a much better. We're finding out that very shortly. Knowing that LA will bounce back from that loss, and Bryce Conn only still, and I mentioned 7 points. Thought the game overall. How can you stop Bryce Cotton? All it is defense. That's it. But it's smart. But Sydney did everything to stop this great player in the NBL and all work. But this time, Bryce Cotton learned his craft, bounced back hard, went to training. What do you need to improve? And I said what he needs to do and work big time. As I mentioned, in a different way, but this is, and not just for himself, but the whole Adelaide, the supporters, the coach, the staff, and the players. I have watched every minute, every moment, second, quarter, you name it. And this was a happy 36ers supporter. That's me, starting to feel that the game and never look back after this game. Yes, early. Yes, it's early in the season, but this is the kind of games you need to be in the game early against like good teams like Sydney, Melbourne United. They're going to come hard well, and we've got to be smart when the time comes. Southeast Melbourne Phoenix, heads up. It's only season early and coming to Adelaide and play their side basketball. So they had their moment, I gotta say, but how each quarter went, I'm going to share that right now. Here we are. LA came out 28-16. Then the second quarter, 22-11. Halftime, LA 50 points to 27-7 Eastern Melbourne Phoenix. With Adelaide had a nice lead, 23 points, but a long time scoring 50 points in a half. Over like all I can remember for my stay. But second half came with the third quarter better. Southeastern Melbourne Phoenix got their 3-pointer shooting. It was not their day, 18-16. Adelaide just let that 21-point lead, 66-45. And this is where it all changed. It was again 22 LA versus Southeastern Melbourne Phoenix 26. It was a better half from the Southeastern Melbourne Phoenix scoring 27 and 71. A big improvement from the second half. Heads up, play on Saturday night against Hawk. I know you'll bounce back. Adelaide, well, they hit the north of Queensland in Cairns. What can happen? We'll find out very soon. What a game that, well, I can't wait to share. But Isaac Humphries is my player of the game. 21 minutes, 21 points, 10 rebounds, 1 assist, 3 blocks. Isaac Humphries include 9 from 14 from the 64%, 14 was from 9 from 14 from the range, from 64.3%. 3 from 3 from free throws. He's shown his club from 4 offensive rebounds to 6 defensive. Well done to Isaac Humphries on another great performance. Keep up on moving. We now head from South Australia, Adelaide, into double Friday night. That we are heading to New Zealand, then Brisbane. What great games of basketball so far. And all right, we're starting off New Zealand Breakers versus Tasmanian Jumpers. And we are at Spark Arena, New Zealand, coming off a big loss against Southeastern Melbourne Phoenix at home on Sunday afternoon basketball. And what a game that was. Then coming the tag on Tasmania, still learning from everything from this season, from the NBL season so far. Final score 82-65, and I'm going to score each game. But well done to New Zealand bouncing back from that loss. Here we go. New Zealand with the win at home. Well, let's find out. And this is bad, very big for New Zealand supporters. First quarter, New Zealand 20 to Tasmania 18. Second quarter, New Zealand 20 again. They 40 points for the quarter to 13. Halftime, New Zealand 40 to 31, 9-point lead. What can happen? Let's find out in the second half. New Zealand Breakers 23 points to 11 in Tasmania, which is really not great Tasmania. But let's see what happens for Tasmania in the final quarter. It was 19-point shooting by New Zealand, 23 points. Well done to Tasmania with that quarter. But it was well done again to New Zealand Breakers with a home win in their supporters. The player of the game, P. Parker Jackson, can't wait, includes 27 minutes, 21 points for rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal, 8 from 13 from the field from 61.5%. He scored at 8-11, very nice, 72.7. Free throws, 5 from 5, 2 offense, 2 defense, rebounds, 4 rebounds. Well done, Peter Jackson Cutway. The New Zealand guard. We now head to Brisbane at the Brisbane Entertainment Centre. The Adelaide Entertainment Centre. For sure of that, we got Brisbane Bullets like a Melbourne United. This is big because well done to Melbourne United with the win. 9-point victory, close game. We'll share that very soon. Each quarter, but 95-86 is the score. How did that happen? Well, I'm going to share that right now. As I mentioned just then, Melbourne straight out 31 points to 16, 15-point lead. Then that Melbourne United at 24 points to Brisbane Bullets, 21 points. Better quarter from Brisbane. Just a little bit into the game, 17 points at halftime. Trial, 55-38. You know, anyone can win it. But let's find out. Anyone can win it. We come to the second half with the low-scoring quarter, which had Brisbane in the game. Brisbane scoring 17-15. Then, final quarter, even better, 32 points against a very good team. At home, more important, 25 points to Melbourne United, but it was just too short with all of that Melbourne United taking the road win against the improved, challenging Brisbane Bullet as they never give up against a good team like in Melbourne United. Get to the Jesse Edwards is the player of the game, includes 20 minutes, 8.7 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 steals, 1 block, 2 from 2 from the field, from 2-pointer, 2 from 2. Overall, 4 from 6 from the field with 60.7. Very nice. 3 offensive, 4 defensive. Well done, Jesse Edwards. Net game. Here we go. But before we continue on that, make sure if you like this and continue, make sure you subscribe down below and comments down below enjoying your basketball team. What is your favorite basketball team in the NBA or NBL? Let's get back onto it. We're getting onto the NBL 26 series and we go to Satellite Hoops. Doubleheader. First up is in the north of Queensland, which it can type bands. A really good effort. LA 36ers are back on action and then Melbourne. Right to Melbourne. Southeastern Melbourne Phoenix are hosting the Eel Hawk. What 2 great games this was, and I'm going to share them with you all. First up, we do head to the Cairns Community Centre for the Cairns High Pants. Adelaide Roosters last on this match. Adelaide Roosters a huge road win over 30 plus points. Could this happen again? Let's dive into it. Well done, Adelaide Roosters is holding. Well done, Adelaide Roosters is holding a 5-point victory. What this time was not their best forward. Jack McVeigh sitting out. Cairns High Pants found another way to hold their breath to get into that game. But final score was 91-86. This was a much better happen from Cairns. Kids, heads up, because this is huge. But let's find out with it all. Now, first quarter, 21-20 was the final quarter. But my apologize. We are going to see the first quarter. We are driving into it to the Adelaide 36ers. 19, Cairns High Pants, 17. Second quarter, Adelaide 25, Cairns 19. Adelaide by 8 points at the halftime break. Second half, Cairns 21-20 in the third. Final quarter, 29-27, big quarter. But they never given up, Cairns. They really did not given up. This was a close 80% of the game and Cairns fight to the end. Adelaide replying after that, Cairns keep coming. And that's all I can say. But how can you stop one of the best MVP in this league, known for Bryce Cotton, my player of the game? 38 minutes, 53 points, 2 rebounds, 5 assists. We include 1 steal. He scored 16 from 29 from the field, 55% from 11 from 16. Shot 3 from 5, 13, 38.8 from 3. He scored 16 from 16 from the free throw line and 1 offensive, 2 defensive, 1 of each. Bryce Colden, well done on your greatest performance. Keep it going. We now head back to Melbourne at John Cain Arena for Southeastern Melbourne Phoenix hosting the Eel Hawk. First up, well done to Southeastern Melbourne Phoenix with the win. This is the win they need after that awful loss against Adelaide in Adelaide. Final score 110-76. I am now going to check quarter. I am going to do that right now. First quarter with Southeastern Melbourne 30. We have Eel Hawk 23. Second quarter, Southeastern Melbourne 36-17 Eel Hawks. So this is the rebuilding for the Eel Hawks after their championship. That is not fine their build, but it's still plenty of games to improve. But 26 points lead to Melbourne. Southeastern Melbourne. Third quarter, it was 17 points to Southeastern Melbourne Phoenix. The All Hawks 12 and the final score 33 points of South Eastern Melbourne. The All Hawks 24. So a better quarter from them, 7 points from the, or even double, make it 12 of that plus. So this was not just the win, it was a reply from the lot on Thursday night against Adelaide 36ers in Adelaide. Nathan Selby, he will include 25 minutes, 21 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 4 steals, 7-18 from the field, 38.9, 6 from 12 from the field, 50.0%, 1 from 6, 16.7, includes 6 from 7 from the free throw line, 85.7, 1 offense, 4 defense. Well done, Nathan Selby. And from that 300-game celebration end at home. We are staying on Sunday Hoops in Melbourne. That's it, at John Cain Arena. Melbourne United, New Zealand Breakers go head-to-head. Then we head to Sydney at Corner Bank Arena for the Sydney Kings versus Perth Wildcats. What great 2 games we have for Sunday Hoops. First up, we have Melbourne United to win final score. At that point, not going to be an easy road trip. Give it all. Well done. But I'm going to now show you quarter. First quarter to 17. We have Melbourne United 28 to New Zealand 28. Melbourne United 21. United 19 to 25. New Zealand Breakers better quarter points. That's where I come to New Zealand. But obviously, the final score is 29. Melbourne United by New Zealand Breakers better. Zealand up. That scored a lot, 50 at halftime to make it almost 100 in the end. So good effort. There you go, Melbourne United is the team to look out for the NBL. It may be early season. You never know who will be the second. Here is now, I'm going to go straight up. Tyson Walker, 29, 16 points, 4 9 steals, 4 steals, big stack, 4 14 and 42.9. 5 from 9 from the field. If 6, 3 for 3 throws, 100%, 1 offense, 4 defense. Well done, Tyson Walker. Final game in setup. We got Sydney Kings. What should be a good game to watch? Sydney came a loss back at home, and Perth is the win after their big loss against Brisbane at home. What happens to this game right now? Well, let's finish it off. The Kings and Perth as that game for round 5. Well done to Sydney. Kings were still big. Win over Perth there. Sydney's Kings supporters, which is the big win from Sydney. Just getting help Sydney season ahead and also winning season. Can they find some spirit as well? The final score 2 really leads nervous, but I'm going to share each squad right now. Then game 15-22, and it was 35-23, 20-21, and then 21. So that is all your each quarter. Well done to the Kings. Perth. Wildcat. All next game, the player of the game, David Hookney, included 6 minutes, 16 with this still 1 block, 6 from 13 from the field, 0.2%, 6 from 13, 6.2%, 4 from 9 from the field, 0.4%, for defense, where then Zay Cook and Sydney Kings and improve. Now done with the round 5 result. 22 round 6 threes. We're back on Wednesday night, and we only got 1 game, which is Ken's type hands. But both are finding their wins, or even their first win for the season generally. Who is that? Who do I think should win? I'm going with that. Almost got the done win, big win against Adelaide. We'll count and win. Thursday night, Bath, New Zealand, and then doubleheader. First up, we have New Zealand versus Brisbane Bullets. Brisbane is playing well. Big road trip to Perth. Brisbane 4-4. I'm going for New Zealand. It should be a good game. New Zealand second double header hoops. Each Melbourne as we have East Melbourne coming up big wins. South East Melbourne huge win on Saturday night. I ain't got to do with up in Melbourne Phoenix. They're going to be better overall. Friday night hurts. We're 2 cans and we got Melbourne United and SC. I'm going for who should I call? United. I think that Cairns they got that win against on Wednesday night. I think Cairns need to find that action and they'll take challenge and Perth will take them a ride. But you never know that very soon. But now we go to Saturday Hoops for round 6. First it is in Brisbane. Brisbane South East and Melbourne Phoenix. I'm going to Melbourne Phoenix with this game to take the win. We'll find out who will win this game and with all the other games I've shared. Perth Wildcats, Earhawk in Perth. Welcome to Saturday Hoops. I'm unsure about this. Same as Perth. Earhawk is on the season. Can we see a better game in Perth for Earhawk? So when we go to the final day of Sunday Hoop Cup, first up is United take on Dan Sydney to finish off. Those are the 2 news to get on to the last 2 games. Melbourne United and the LA 36 head to head. Always a great battle, always a good contest. Both teams are playing well in the early part of the NBL 26 season. But could we see a victory? Could we see a road win? And that is the LA 36ers strike this win in a very close game. Let's get final. Sydney Tasmania Jumpers. Sydney Kings I'm going for. Even the Tasmanian Jumpers are finding their craft. I think this will be a good game to once the game. But that's all for today. It's NBL 26 Serious. Make sure you subscribe and like. Comments down below. What is your favorite NBL National Basketball League team or the NBA National Basketball Association? Even that. Thanks for listening. We'll see you soon. Cheers, and make sure as well like as well and hit that notification so you not miss a video. Alright, Joe Show is out.